8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So, hi then. Let's go. I'm bored. I have to do again the same chapter just to save the asshole that I killed by accident. Maybe I will have to edit out something in here if it has credit cards and shit. Individual membership. Okay, I will. The credit card info, I will edit them out. Okay. We wouldn't be able to play it without membership. No idea why I didn't renew. Probably because I'm penniless. It actually had the what's that called? The email that I didn't pay it, but I didn't pay it that day when I answered the email. If I am not in the correct chapter, I will have to go back. I have to go back. Settings, return to main menu. Okay. So play. New load scene selection. Maybe I will ask Copilot. Just to be sure. Okay. I have my transactions for Nintendo, my email. Okay. Copilot, can I ask you something completely random? I was in the ruined chapter Little Hope and I killed what was the name? Daniel by accident. Pressed wrong button. Can I redo the chapter in the fucking scene selection? I'm not sure if this is the chapter. I tried to save him with Andrew and he fell from the road. That was my tummy if you heard anything. Yeah, bestie, you can redo the chapter using scene selection. Little hope. Here's how it works. You can replace scenes from the scene selection menu, but when you do, the game will ask you if you want to override your current save or create a new one. If you override, your choices from that point forward will replace your original playthrough. If you're unsure whether Ruined is the exact chapter when Daniel fell, you might want to start from Heavy Burden or Reflections. Okay. Okay. He was he fell down. I can't remember how he died. He fell down. He was with Andrew. He fell down, and the demon attacked him down, and Andrew tried to save him from above. Do you know where this is? Yeah, during the Ruined. Takes place after. You have then try to prove you missed the quick time or choose incorrect and can die in that moment. Ruined, okay. Ruined. Override. Thanks, bestie. Talk soon. Okay.
Let's check that out. It'll get us out of these damn woods, and we can talk on the way.
Everything we saw yesterday.
What happened back there with that thing?
What do you think? It's gone.
Whatever it was, it's gone, and it ain't coming back.
I really hope you're right.
Only a matter of time before they come after us again.
That's a pretty negative outlook you got there.
We might have missed our chance. We must stop Mary. Okay, remember, I will say nothing. Nothing. Because he speaks about Mary all the
There must
time.
be something we can do. Mary's in the middle of all this, that I'm certain of.
We don't know for sure that stopping Mary will help us out. It's just a theory.
It may only be a theory, but right now it's all we've got.
This is a one-shot deal. We get it wrong, and there's no replay. It's game over, so I'm up for doing whatever it takes.
Come on, let's take a look. No way in, like the rest of this fucking town.
Zay, I'm sorry you actually see this again. I know. I have to do everything again. Fuck my life just because of the wrong button.
Check this out. Hey!
That guy's a menace. I don't think he gets how bad a mess we're in.
Come on, inside.
Well, no one's been here for a long time.
Now is my time to speak before the judge. I am filled with dread. I cannot know how my testimony will be received. The devil has blinded so many to what is real and what is not.
Nothing good will come of this.
His words will seek to twist the truth.
Allow me to judge what is true.
Abraham and Joseph are allies in this deception. And lest we forget, you condemned Joseph to death only yesterday. Or do you now question that decision?
I have heard nothing today to sway my conviction. Joseph consorted with the same malicious force as his wife. For this the court thanks Reverend Carver, who faced the devil's wrath to present the evidence.
It is only my duty, Judge.
However, this court is duty-bound by law to seek out the truth. We must therefore examine these claims made by Abraham against Mary.
If I may speak briefly, Judge Wyman.
Time is short, Reverend. Be indeed brief.
Mary has shown great fortitude to speak out against the evil here. Many would have lacked her courage. Yet her reward for exposing this brooding coven in our midst is to be besmirched.
Her courage is not in question. It is her intent we must be certain of.
Her accuser is the very man entrusted to care for this innocent child. Plain to see he is not fit for such a task, and I would ask the court to have Mary placed elsewhere.
Who would you have be her new ward, Reverend?
I am prepared to take responsibility for the child, if the court agrees.
First, the court must hear what Abraham has to say. No decision can be made on the child until then. Abraham!
What am I to do? Some would have me speak out against Mary, but could a child truly be capable of such evil?
Sympathetic.
This is tough. I get that. It would be for anyone. Mary is just a kid.
Tell the court what you have come here to say. Speak up, boy. Out with it!
Mary has spoken of evil spirits, devilry and witchcraft. Things many cannot believe could exist here in
I'm
Little
not here
Hope.
for history and hearsay. Get to the point, boy.
Mary is tormented. The apparitions she has seen, they have plagued her, stolen her innocence. Some suggest she is in league with these creatures, but no one can be certain. Myself least of all. Can any of us truly know a child's mind?
You claim I lack the ability to see the truth.
I beg forgiveness. I would never suggest such a thing.
My time is not for wasting. You and the priest have irked me enough for one day.
I have more to say.
I have already given you enough time. Furthermore, Mary is to be placed into the care of Reverend Carver. Now stand down.
Tell me everything. Did you see Andrew's double again?
He told the judge that Mary did nothing wrong, like she's the victim here.
Oh, that's bad. Very, very bad. Shit!
So what happens now?
This helps us. Has to. We now know for sure that we can alter what happens.
What do you think? Is he right about this?
I don't get it. It went down as he said. Like, yeah.
It went down just like he said.
Let's get out of here.
Why doesn't it work? Okay. Okay.
Look at those outfits. This place shut down way back.
Life as a kid in the 70s. Everything was ahead of me. There's gotta be another exit. Maybe on the ground floor?
Hard to imagine, but this place must have been something once. Now it's just bad memories, broken lives, and rust.
We have seen this.
Half the shitty town probably worked here. Once this place closed down, everything else went right along with it.
Oh my god.
You hear that? Right below us.
We need to find a way out of here. Now.
That's heavy. Andrew, get your ass over here and help me out.
What's up?
You take that side, I'll take this side. Push together, right? Good. Now, push! Whoa! Oh, shit! Ah!
Daniel? You okay?
Oh my god. I'm not going back again. Pull up. I need to get out of here, reassuring. Okay,
Daniel?
I saved him. Did I save him? Okay. So we have a very good relationship with Taylor. Angela not so much. John okay. Andrew okay.
Say something! Let us know you're okay!
Let's go before anything else happens.
Daniel? Where the fuck are you? Answer me!
See Daniel out here?
No, he's not here yet.
Okay, let's keep going. Daniel will be okay. He'll catch us up.
You okay, Daniel? Where the fuck has he got to? Daniel, please answer me!
Stay cool. We'll get him back.
Daniel? Where are you, buddy?
Andrew! Hey! You guys!
I'm up here!
Boy, am I happy to see you.
At least I'm not the only one damp and disheveled.
Oh my god. Thought I'd lost you.
Can't get rid of me that easy.
Oh my god. Who am I? Who the fuck am I? Oh, I am Angela. Andrew, John, best relationship, Taylor, fucked up. Daniel, not so well. Taylor, fucking horrible. Okay. The Derisive, I don't know this word. What's it? Derisive. Χλεβαστικός, ειρωνικός. Okay. So we have to unlock that trait and not having her be anymore, I suppose. Okay. Oh. That's the sun and the circles. And it is encapsulated by a circle, so that's like Uranus, like a chaos outside of the universe, and the sun is like Zeus, and has like the many circles, like 1, 2, 3, 4, like the rings, like Saturn. Does that mean it's a bad symbol? No, I actually like pagan symbols, to be honest. I'm just explaining. I actually like them.
Nice. I'm trying to forget I just saw this.
Released Mr. Clark leaving the Little Hope Police Department yesterday. Asline has been drawn under the tragic case of the Clark House fire. Onlookers watched as Anthony Clark, the only survivor of the blaze, was released from police. Thursday afternoon, one onlooker said, "The poor boy, he must have been going through hell right now." The Herald approached Mr. Clark for comment, but he has not blamed Clark, who was found with a box of matches in his hands at the scene, for causing the fire. When Clark left the Little Hope Police Department, passers-by were hurt to Burn in hell. Okay. So that's the character of Andrew, right? Like from the dream. Must be very stupid to accuse somebody that they burned their family. Like,
You see that?
and you are okay with the priest. Molested. Sting in this case. A little girl. But you're like, yeah, that guy actually burned his family with matches. Yeah, where's the logic? Mary. I think this is Mary.
Stay on your toes. Anything could happen.
That scared me.
No one in Little Hope is safe while you still draw breath, Joseph. You must die today. Not even your wife Amy was spared your lust to serve Satan.
Tell me if you must. You're not fit. Speaking of my late wife.
There is still fight in you. I must drive the devil out for the safety of everyone here.
Oh, no one is safe.
Joseph, do you renounce the devil and all his teachings?
I carry no sin. I'm no disciple of the devil. Our town is infected with madness. Roy, my saints, servants.
We have to stop this.
Confront Mary, help Joseph. Not the girl, help Joseph.
Come on, help me! Look, there can be no more doubting. This is witchcraft. More stones. The devil must be crushed from within him. Do not flinch. The fate of Little Hope rests in your hands.
Look, the scenes are very gruesome. I will blur them because I don't want you to flinch and shit. So I will describe what you will be not seeing. So they actually put the doppelganger of Joseph, on the ground, and they put a surface with rocks on top of him to crush him. Okay, that's what you see. But I won't show you anything because I know you're a sensitive guy. I don't wanna stress you with this shit. Okay. Died. I'll probably do something with the sound if I can.
What happened? Tell me.
We don't have a lot of time.
Time for what?
Look, John!
John! What are you doing?
Okay.
I'm tired of running. Are you crazy? We gotta move!
Who's that? Agent, I'm not waiting for you. Please hurry.
John, please hurry!
Come on, you fucking ready!
Okay, he will crush him scholarly enough. Okay. No, 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 what? I pressed it.
How's that feel, fucker?
Help. Why I pressed the fucking button. I pressed it. I fucking pressed the button.
Get inside!
Okay, did I do it?
We gotta go! Like now!
Heroic.
This thing is only interested in me! Get out of here! Go! I'll hold it back!
You can get away! Escape! I did! You don't have to do this!
This is stupid! Get out of there!
Is it gone? I don't see it anymore. Where in God's name are we now? Place looks like it burned down. Something here isn't right.
Something isn't right is this shitty town's motto.
That's the house, right? Right. The house that we were in the dream, and it caught fire, right? What's that? The next game? Rope. I don't know. Maybe the next game. I don't know. The fuck? Oh my god. We took this back. Okay. Fuck, the girl. Fuck my life. That's SEXUL SEXUALABUSE, because you have a child, the guy has red eyes and he's wearing black. There's a window that it is on the other side. It's quite evident the girl was leaving traces what was happening. Fuck my life. The fuck is that? Where I go? Here. Did I? What the fuck? Fuck, nothing. Okay. Okay, everybody's coming to the house. What the fuck? Every demon is coming in the house. So every doppelganger, right? Clock. Hmm? No idea where the fuck I have to go. Did I look here? I think. Yeah, I looked there too. Why ominous music is usually in Latin? Like, I don't see anything scary with Latin, to be honest. That's why I ask. Letter from Rev Carson, September 71. Fuck, oh my god, that's gonna be a hell of a ride. Reverend Leonard Carson, St. David's Church, September 9th, 1971. Dear Anne, thank you for your letter regarding Megan. I understand your concerns and I assure you that your daughter's rebellious behavior is not unusual. I've helped parents with similar issues and would be happy to help with Megan's moral guidance. Hebrews 12:11 says that all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness. Okay, he's abusing scripture here. Please see me after the service on Sunday so we can arrange time for some personal instruction. Reverend Carson. The guy I see here, the letter I read here, that guy is not a very aggressive, but he is, because he's abusing Hebrews 12:11. He says that all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness. He's taking the scripture out of context here there. That's not what the Bible says there. When you learn with my dad, it's always amazing. Even under the worst circumstances you can have in your life, you are always happy to collaborate with him. You delight because it's very pleasant to work with my dad, okay? But apart from that, I don't see anything bad with this particular reverend. He seems, I don't know, if it is not him directly, somebody is abusing the child. I don't know who, but the guy that speaks here, maybe it has to do with my letter that I received here, but what I read here is not an abusive person. Like abusive, like in that extent, I mean. He doesn't exhibit such traits in the letter. Maybe somebody else did it to the girl. Maybe I am not seeing it because he only wrote one paragraph. But still, I think it would be evident even in a paragraph, and I don't think this. He is a Persis, he's a mild Persis, he's actually a tolerant Persis, so that's almost good. Almost. Not entirely, but it is, I suppose.
Gotta be the girl. Let's go find her. She's in here.
What the hell?
Stay here.
Okay.
Andrew, what's going on?
Oh, the vinyl.
Lewis was about to confess all to the church.
No, wait.
You protect me. You must.
Wait, this isn't right. No way.
I assure all gathered here today that our town will be free of the devil's grasp. Together, by God's grace, little hope will prevail. My word on it.
This court is hastily convened, but with good reason. If we are to finally rid ourselves of the evil which has infested Little Hope, then we must act today. I accuse you, Mary, of witchcraft. What say you, Reverend?
What the fuck? They are accusing a child of witchcraft. Are they in their right minds? Like, what is wrong with these people?
Discovered through my investigation is beyond question.
Mary uses her puppet as a familiar
Here to summon and serve the devil.
We have been deceived by a child, by her guise of innocence.
Oh my god. If you are like Helga, are you so sure that she's not involved in the occult? How many times will I tell you? You are not a mystic 8 years old. Come on. Come on. A child cannot do such stuff. Trust me, it needs experience, it needs training, it needs discipline, it needs education, knowledge. It doesn't need you to be clever, it needs you to be resourceful, if I can say so. No, even if they teach it, like let's say that she has a mother that she's a witch, and she teaches the child witchcraft. No, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that she can do that. No. If you manage to do white magic, which is quite difficult, it needs experience. It will be when you are older. It won't be from one day to the next, and it won't be like I don't know. It won't happen easily. That's what I try to say. Okay, like it needs training. It needs intense training. It needs discipline, and like, have you noticed how Fitzgerald is writing his articles? They are not. They are not there yet. You get what I mean? Not even Andrew is there yet. Like it needs intense training, intense discipline, and these people are way too arrogant to have the discipline. Let alone a child. The child wants to play. The child wants to have fun, be happy, be in their own mind. They can't just sit there and start doing numerology like that. It needs discipline, and only an adult or semi-adult can do that. Does that make any sense? So, Noze, even if you don't know this truth, well, I don't know how to say it, like, it needs you to be a very bad person to accuse a child of witchcraft like that. It needs you to be a bad person. It's not Delulu. It's actually you being a very bad person.
This puppet was mistakenly used to denounce Tabitha, but it has always belonged to Mary and Mary alone. She allowed her own kin to be executed as she watched in silence.
A doll cannot be used for witchcraft. Yeah, people do shit, but that doesn't mean that shit works as well. No, it doesn't. That's bullshit. It doesn't work, okay?
Not so! Liar!
Now this tit, child, this creature of Satan has the marrow to accuse me, a man of God, of wrongdoing.
Percy, go fuck yourself, babe. Fuck yourself, man of God. Do you remember my stories? Do you remember when he said, you accuse me, or Ashuz only has chosen me, only me, you are led astray, you are deceived by the devil, by the outcast. Do you remember when he spoke like that? Do you remember when he spoke like that to Desmond? Fuck my life. Do I even need to explain anything here? Why I always speak about Persis? Like, I mean, like I'm sitting here to speak and play a fucking game. Like, why am I always around my job? Like, even if I don't choose it.
These people have lost their freaking minds.
Entirely.
It was never my intention to bring harm to this town or its people.
Because you are a child.
Help me.
What can I do? If I could do something to stop this, I would, but
Now in her hour of greatest need, this child of the damned pleads once more for the devil's help.
I beg the court's indulgence. Please guide me at this time. I seek your counsel.
Engaged, Carver is evil, there's something wrong in this town. Enraged, the Carver is evil, fuck my life, fuck Carver is evil.
stop this.
Yeah.
The only madness is right here in this court. Carver, he's the evil one.
We have been swayed by malice.
He has killed so far 5 people. How many? Like the doppelganger of Angela, John, Taylor, Daniel, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, four people. Okay. And he's hiding behind God, like God told me to kill these people, and he says the devil is inside these people, so he's blaming the God of the universe, the devil of the universe, for the people that he's killing. Like, he's a murderer, but he's Creon. He's Creon, like, no, Athena killed herself by herself, I didn't do anything, and then Lysander, no, we had to kill Lysander, he was a bad person. You get what I mean, Zé? That's what I mean here.
The truth hidden from us, but not by Mary. Reverend Carver is the one urging us to believe in the devil.
Be silent.
This is all
You'll
his
not deceive
doing.
us any longer. Your true purpose is plain to see. I will see this town purged of all evil.
You're messing this up. Carver isn't the one you should be calling out.
Huh?
What must I do to bring Little Hope back into the light? I fear the Reverend and what he is capable of.
Impatient, destroy the damn doll. You have to stop. Who got the doll? Who cares about it? What the doll? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, you have a person there speaking everything, as I said, and you are like, destroy the doll. Are you serious? Are you serious?
You have to stop Carver. It's him, don't you get it?
Yeah.
He's condemning Mary to take the heat off himself.
Yeah. Didn't I say Creon? Creon, like No, I didn't kill Lysander. Lysander was a bad person. Somebody has to get rid of this person from the planet. I actually made the planet better because I killed him. Like, he is redirecting the attention from himself to somebody else. That's what he's always doing. That's his job, okay? And because he is backed up by spirits, he never gets caught. Everybody thinks everybody else has a killer except from him. That's why my dad says that he is the deceiver, okay?
I'm here.
Be still. What is the meaning of this outrage?
Percy, you're fired.
What I have just learned sickens me to my core. There are serious questions which must be asked of you.
Yeah, show him the numerology. Show him the numerology. That's the one. Yeah, fuck my life.
How can a man of God conduct himself in such a way?
Thank you. That's my question. The whole fucking game, a man of God is actually doing geometry and numerology inside the fucking Bible, and we are asking about the girl. Fuck.
Mary, your suffering is at an end. You are free to leave.
Fool! Misled by a child!
By a child, yes.
Do you not see what she is?
Yeah, a child.
She stares at you from the depths of hell, yet you see nothing. The devil's daughter has deceived you all. Not me. I see her. I see her. Satan's whore. You will pay heavily for your crimes.
Zé, if you think I will show you again what Jay said here.
Satan's whore! You will pay heavily for your crimes.
Η πόρνη του σατανά. Εν 8 χρονών ας πούμε.
Okay. I want to explain something because I actually saw my game now and I didn't only see 2J, okay? Well, what you see here is not Persis being the Lulu. I have to clarify this. Persis is a false prophet. What does this mean? In what sense, as you always ask me? He is speaking with the devil. That's what it means. A prophet is speaking with Yahweh. The false prophet is speaking with Zeus. Okay, you have to think like a telephone booth. Okay, think it like that. So like me is talking. Do you remember in the other game the double exposure, where Max was talking in the telephone booth in the future and she was hearing from the past? Let's think a telephone booth like this. From the one side of the booth I go and I hear Hebrew. From the other side there is a person that I'm calling and I'm speaking to in the telephone booth on the left side, let's say, okay? And he is speaking Hebrew. The other side you go and you pick up the telephone, you speak with the guy that is speaking Greek, okay? What does this mean? Is the person that is speaking Hebrew at the same time with you? Like, we talk at the same time, okay? The person that speaks to me in Hebrew the same time as you that speak with a guy that speaks in Greek at the same time, the Greek person, let's call him like that, and the Hebrew person, is it the same person? Of course not. How can you speak in the same person at the same time in two different languages? Of course, not the same person. You speak about two different people. Now, if we speak about spirits and spirituality, can the same spirit speak in two different languages at the same time? Of course not. That goes both for the devil and for my father. The devil will not speak Hebrew. When he is abusing the Bible, he is speaking from his own heart again. So he will sound like Zeus. Do you remember when my dad spoke about the Quran? And he said several stuff, and then he said that Zeus is angry. Do you remember that? he doesn't sound like Yahweh, he sounds like Zeus, even when he's using Yahweh's identity. He will always speak Greek. I'm making a parallel so you can understand. So about Carver here, Carver, right? Carter, how do you call the guy? So what he's doing here, he's not Delulu. The reason he's so adamant and he's so aggressive and so angry and so bitter, and you see all these toxic traits and you're like, what is wrong with this guy? He's not Delulu. He's not. And when you see 2J, like she's 8 years old, what are you talking about? No, guys, cold blood here, okay? He is not delusional. He is actually very much sane. He is talking with the spirit, a spirit, and the spirit is telling him the child is evil. He is not alone in that. He is not out of his mind. How can I prove this so you can actually understand that like he's not actually he doesn't need a doctor. He needs to be stoned, as I always say, like the Deuteronomy. Why my father ordered stoning with such people? Because such people are backed up with the devil. They can infect, let's say, the entire civilization with demonic teachings because they are backed up by spirits. They talk with the spirits, and my father said, you know what? This will go like a disease.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Get rid of him. That's what he said. So yeah, I know that it sounds crazy, but you can't do anything else with them. They are not delusional. They are not. That's not naive. Okay, when my father said you won't suffer a witch, Christians have really misinterpreted this thing because Christians are this person here, Persis, okay? My father didn't say that. My father said people like these people, like the people that accuse witches of witchcraft, these people have to be stoned. That's what Deuteronomy says. That's what Leviticus and Numbers and Exodus say. That's what my father said there in the Mosaic law. That's why I say it's a very just law and a very good law, because it actually protects you, it doesn't go against you. So if Moses were present in this trial, the girl would have never ever been the dog because of what I just said, because this guy exhibits all the fucking traits that the Bible bans of a person to do. So if you have to be a Hebrew, a Jew maybe, you have to exhibit certain traits as a theologian, as a person who believes in Yahweh. You have to exhibit certain traits, and this guy falls short in all of them. He's evident that he's actually practicing witchcraft, and it's not that he's choosing to practice witchcraft because he's a nice guy and whatever. We don't speak about that. We speak about a person here who is abusing God and uses the demons to justify what he's doing, and he's actually working with, he says he's working with Alice and he's actually working with Stephen. Let's put it that way. Can you rely on this person? He can infect, like he has turned every person in the town against each other. He has killed 4 people. He almost killed a little child, 8 years old. Can you imagine that? 8 fucking years old. And we discuss about why the Deuteronomy is cruel, or no, it's not cruel, it's actually very just. Actually, whenever I read the law, I'm like, my dad is actually very tolerant with such people. He should be even more aggressive for me. That's what I feel, because in one instance he said, if you guys, the Jews, go and conquer something, he didn't say don't do it because people were feral back then. That's why he didn't. I'm just explaining. It's not that he agrees, because if he agreed, he would have commanded it in the New Testament. He didn't. Okay? He's just giving them directions because he knows that they are feral. That's what he does. So he says, if you go and conquer and you find a girl that you actually like and you want her as a wife, That's, I think, Deuteronomy. I'm not quite sure. You can search, you are a theologian, you can search that. Take her in your house, but she will renounce everything from her culture. Do you remember when he said that? He didn't mean she has to become Israeli. He doesn't say that. He said her religious culture, her customs from her culture. So, do you want me to translate this as a Chinese with a Jewish person? Let's say I am the Jewish person, I am a Jewish guy, okay, I will explain, and you are the Chinese girl, and I conquer your country. My dad says you will take this woman named Ze, but she won't come back with bound feet. She will undo her feet, she will let her feet heal. She won't get dressed like the higher class because this is what they told her. She won't have long nails because they told her back in China she has to have long nails to show that she is higher class. This is an abomination for me, my father says. She will be like she is. She will cut her nails. Do you remember? You were having long nails. My father says cut the nails, cut the hair, and let them grow back again anew. That's it's a symbolic act. It's like going back from where you were, factory settings. That's why he says that, okay? And then he says you take the woman as your own. He didn't say just because she was worshipping other spirits, kill her. No, he says if you want her, take her, but she will renounce everything that her country stood for, all the demonic stuff. So if this includes binding feet, she will take off the bandages and she will let her feet heal. That's what my father says there. So no, he's not. It's not universal for every person who was with another deity. The things that he's commanding that strictly, and for me it's very tolerant. It's about people like that who abuse spirituality, and usually people who involve Zev. You are like, yes, but he didn't say it for other people in general, because people who engage in such stuff, as I said, are usually very knowledgeable. They have education, whatever that education is. Back then it wasn't in a university, but they knew their shit. They were knowledgeable. People who are knowledgeable and they are higher in the society usually know this stuff. Priests, theologians, advisors, politicians. We speak about such people. We don't speak about the lower class here. The lower class doesn't know their shit, obviously. My father speaks about the higher class. And he says, my father says, look, these people, if they exhibit such traits, off of their heads. That's what my father says, and he is actually very tolerant. If I was in his position, if I was in his shoes, I wouldn't have been that tolerant. Trust me. So hope this explains a little bit.
I was one of the first to fall under your spell. Now all of Little Hope is mesmerized by you.
I've not the words. Without you, I would be dead. You saved me. I shall remember you all my days.
Poor child.
But I didn't save you.
Why?
You did it. It worked.
It did?
100% you made the right call. That jerk of a priest was the real bad guy.
Sure,
You
yeah.
found out.
I mean, I should feel great. But I don't. I feel nothing.
Okay.
Come on. Let's get out of here.
So I will leave the game here because that will be the last part, and tomorrow we will play Before the Storm probably. That's Life is Strange. I will play this game because I remember that we haven't played Before the Storm. It will actually be, that's why I wanted to play it with you. Maybe we can actually put it to the download as we speak. I want you very much to see Before the Storm because emo Helga vibes. Okay, it's how I was when I was a teen. That's the one here. So you play as Chloe, and it is a prequel to Before the Storm, right? It's before Life is Strange. So load to another console. Load to this console. Okay. Can I play though? No, eject. No. I think I have to go here. Yeah, that's here. Okay. Download. So I will put that to download. Download it here. Probably won't take much. So it's 3 chapters before the storm. So it's actually the story of Chloe with Rachel Lambert. Okay, and we will see Rachel for the first time and playable character, kind of, you know, like she will be present in the story. And then we have another chapter that I haven't played, the farewell, which is again from Max's perspective, but the 13th year of their life, if you remember, and it's the day that William died, so we will play that, you know. So from tomorrow you will actually get to see me as emo Helga. Okay, how I was when I was well, she's 15 here. Yeah, you will see me how I was at 12, 13, 14, maybe 15 too. So I think that will be fun. Why I stopped the game, because it will be the last part and I will have to explain the cards, and I don't think that would be nice to put every part of spirituality in this game, because we also already discussed Perseus, and I think it would be too much to discuss even the cards. So we will do that tomorrow, probably because I wanted to play a little more. I will play some Heyday or the Beach Buggy Racing, whatever. I'll play a little bit, so I extend it a little bit more. I don't want to make smaller the video just because of that. So I will put the game here. Okay, so I didn't expect I would have to do this, but actually I decided to do a voiceover, and that's because when I was playing the fucking game, I was like, fuck, I was playing this in the class of the reader. So, Ze, take your fucking tea, your hot Chinese tea, put it in a mug, bring some biscuits or whatever you prefer to eat with it, and get started. So, the tea for today with this game. The level that you see me playing on the screen, I actually recorded it about like I suppose 20 minutes ago. I finished recording about 5 minutes ago. So I was playing this fucking exact level when I was having lessons with the reader. Yeah, Andrew. So as you can see, I'm struggling a lot to play it. It's quite a level. It has to make you reach the fucking goal, which is 200, I think. 12, yeah, 200. I would prefer it if it was 12, to be honest. Yeah, 201, that's the goal. Yeah, okay. So as you can see, 93 is the best that I could do, and I have actually finished the game. This is like the second or third time I'm playing it from scratch, and I'm playing it for you here. In case you say, Helga, you don't love me. Of course, yes, yeah, of course. So when I was playing it for the first time, it was during the quarantine, and I was picking like intentionally, I don't know how to put that, because you know, like, okay, we are a family, but at the same time I'm like, Helga, how can you say that to actually a lecturer and don't sound this, you know? So what I did was playing this fucking game inside the lecturers the lectures, sorry, of Andrew. So I was saying, Sorry if this recording is actually messy and shit. It's actually pretty raw and live, and I probably won't go even edited. So what I did was playing this game. When I found out about it, I was playing on my like free time, I suppose, my other game, the BB Racing 2, which was live, and you actually play with online people, not with bots as you play here. Like this one is offline. Well, you can actually play online, you know, just to take the advertisements and win coins and diamonds and the grease monkey and stuff. But when I was playing it, back then I played BB2 for my free time because it was very demanding, and I was playing it on my older tablet. That's when I was 19 to 20. Okay, so this game I was playing it instantly and intentionally. I was like, that's for the reader. And if you're like, Helga, what the heck, I will explain. So I had figured out that the reader doesn't really like me when I correct his inaccurate positions, topics. I don't know how to describe that. The way he was talking about certain topics, pretty much, like how he was talking about like Jesus is gay, Jesus is a woman, and all that stuff. Like the way he was posing everything, it was like he wanted to gain attention, like a paparazzi. Okay, I've discussed this a lot of times, so I was actually sure that he was doing it to like extract a certain type of attention / reaction from me, and I didn't want to fall for that. I honestly didn't. First things first, I don't find it very like professionally from my side to engage in such talkings with people who don't want to believe in my God. I don't think that my God likes quarrels of any kind, even if they have to do with his nature and shit. And secondly, I'm just not the type of person to do quarrels and speak in divisions and shit, you know, like, oh, Jesus is not gay, or he was, or whatever. No, I don't mind. Anybody can say whatever they want. If they don't want to believe in my God, that's fine. If they want to believe that my God is gay, no problem. I don't think that he has any problem with such shit. As I said the other day, if your 3-year-old child says something stupid, you laugh at it, you say that it is very cute, you don't punish, okay? So that's my stance about God too. Even if we say something about him that it is not very much accurate, like he's gay, he's woman, whatever, I don't think he's angry. I disagree with Christians in that, you know me. So because I didn't have the certain aspect that he had and he wanted it, and if you're like, Helga, how do you know he wanted attention? It has to do with how you say stuff. Always, it's always about how you phrase it, how you pose your sentences, and how your tone is and everything. And when you said your opinions, you didn't quite probably extract a certain reaction from me. I have to give that to you. He didn't. He was pretty much begging for a reaction. That's how I wanna say that, okay? So I thought, okay, Helga, can you do something about the crap head without actually, you know, damaging your brain cells in the meantime? Because everything he was saying, like Jesus was going to France with Mary Magdalene, and he had the Merovingian dynasty born by his shit and stuff like that. I didn't want to speak about that, and I didn't want to hear them either, because I was feeling that I had done more serious discussions when I was in the kindergarten, okay? So I said to myself, I have to do something productive, and this is where this game comes into my life, and I'm like, okay, let's play this fucking game into the level, the classes of the reader, okay? So when I play this specific level, you can see I'm playing only this level in the entire fucking hour. Like I played for 20 minutes and I'm only playing this specific level. The only thing that I did that specific day back then, as I did today for you, was playing this specific level. And I will explain to you that specific day that I played this specific level only, as you see me now struggling, why I was struggling back then too, and now I have no idea why this level is just difficult for me, I suppose. Well, I was playing the level and he was talking. He said, well, he had emailed us and he had said that he was gonna speak about, I can't speak. He had emailed us and he had told us that he's gonna speak to us about the nature of Jesus and how he was perceived in the first early Christian days, like the first centuries, the first couple of centuries after his death or resurrection. And when I saw the email, that was spring 2021, right? Something about colonialism, postmodernity. I don't remember. It was the module, if you are interested, where he was talking about Marx, right? It was the last module I had with him before fourth year. Okay, spring. The outline was blue. And we had discussed about Melusina, the alleged ancestor of Elizabeth Woodville. So if you find this module, that's the module I'm talking about, if you are interested, obviously. I think the class was the 3rd or the 4th or the 2nd, something like 2, 3, 4, but I don't remember more of that, okay? But you can see the outline of the lesson anyway. So what we did there was discuss about if Jesus actually was like God, if he was perceived as a deity or anything in between. And so as I was saying, what happened was we had this like a fucking notification about the level, the fucking class, and we gathered for the lesson, obviously, and I took my phone. As I was taking it every time I had him, I was taking my phone with him throughout the degree, pretty much, because once I figured out what he's teaching us, well, it was, yeah, that. So I was taking my games and I was playing Heyday, I was playing a lot of games like a Toon Blast one, it's another Android/Apple game, and I was playing all of these games because I was hella bored and I wanted to protect my brain cells, as I was saying before. And so the day I was like playing this level and having the same class, he was talking to us for about probably the half of the hour, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know if you can even access that, but you probably won't like see anything from my part. Probably you will only see me like looking down or anything like that. He was talking to us about the first I don't know how to say them in English, creeds, I suppose, the first councils that Byzantines did in order to clarify what is the nature of Jesus. We call them synody, creeds, councils, like the councils that they did, like Σύνοδος της Νίκαιας, Οικουμενικές Σύνδος, ecumenical creeds, councils, I don't know. So it's when they gathered and they did this and they made, for example, Zeta Ecumeniική Σύνοδος, like the 7th council. It was about the icons and if you can venerate them or not. So if you understand now what I'm talking about. So he was talking about the first ones, which were about the nature of Jesus, and as you can hear from my voice, obviously I know this stuff because they come from my country, it's my history. I was taught them throughout my school years. It's very fundamental, and when you are doing religious class, you have to know this stuff, and you have to know the heresies that the church debunked and won over and did the councils, if you can call them councils, obviously. And he didn't actually tell us the historicity. That's another part. Like, I'm not telling about if the dates and the places were correct. I'm not speaking about that. I'm speaking about how he analyzed every shit about Jesus, and Jesus is my father, okay, Yahweh. And he was saying throughout the time that he was teaching us before we went to our groups that people said that Jesus might be Son of God, maybe a demigod, maybe he was fully God. Yes, these heresies existed back then. They are heresies by definition. The church did very well to try to establish a clear doctrine and dogma about who Jesus is, and I think they did a pretty good job. Like the official papers, I don't really disagree with them. I have laid my eyes on them, and that's because as Greeks we have to know what they write, what the church supports as clear and truthful doctrine. And if you ask me as a theologian, and my friend is like God, if you ask me as me, I would say yeah, the church actually did a pretty good job in the papers, in the paperwork. It's pretty much what the Bible says. I don't disagree with them. But the way that he was talking about everything, he sounded more like a conspiracy theorist, like more like that, instead of like a lecturer who's trying to do his job and like enlighten us and teach us shit. Like he was like mumbling, he was telling only that stuff. I'm not blaming him. Everybody can have their own mind, they can have their own opinion, they can say anything they want. I don't go against that, but the way he was doing it, it wasn't, yeah, you get what I mean, right? So I was playing the level and it was so hard to beat it, and I still remember it to this day how hard it was for me to beat the level. And we had this class, and it's actually the first time you hear my own voice, like me, not my posts and my scripts that I'm writing. You are hearing my actual voice talking to you about that, and something I didn't do back then because I didn't know what your reaction could be with that. So now that you hear my actual voice narrating all this crap, I can actually help off with the rest of the story. So when he was telling us about whether Apostle Mark and Jesus did anything and all that crap, you know. Well, when he was telling the rest of the crap, I still was playing this level, this game, sorry. I actually finished the game in class. Yeah, Helga, typical Helga, right? And I was... Well, I knew that he's trying to fish for my reaction, and I actually wanted to defend my father and say, like, you know, like, okay, I am clean with actually discussing different opinions. Like, come on, Zhe, you know me, my deity in my story is actually a woman, like Essie, and you terpe like Zeus, even Zeus is a woman in my story, so come on, it's not my problem what you say about my dad. My problem is how you pose it, and when you are abusing your position, your degree, whatever, the place that you have in the world, just to say to the people what they have to know according to you, and you don't give them free space to think. Whenever I say something to you, for example, I'm giving you space to think, I'm giving you questions. If you see even my dissertation, I'm giving you questions to think, and what I do pretty much is the Socratic way of speaking, because I'm a Greek. As a Greek, I was trained to do that. So when you are speaking with a person, you don't convince them like with persuasiveness, you actually question the reality, so you can actually make them think that's a good thing that we have in Greece, and it's called Socratic manner. This is what Socrates, the philosopher, was doing. That's why I do it as well. I always ask questions, rhetoric questions. That's why they are called rhetoric. Rhetoric is a Greek word. It means rhetoriki, ερώτηση. Ερώτηση is like question, because it gives you food for thought. That's the way to pose it. And he was asking us all this type of crap, like what do you believe, like did Jesus die? And then he was saying to us like if his skeleton is actually found, and he was saying some conspiracy theories that like that Dan Brown was discussing about this, like there was a fucking skeleton or something. I was actually discussing this thing with my friends back then, and they had told me that they had found a skeleton, or they had produced a skeleton, and they were saying that this skeleton belongs to Jesus, something like that. And I didn't know, I had no idea. I haven't really been a fan of Dan Brown. My atheist historian in school, in high school, had given us to watch Da Vinci Code, and I didn't like the movie. It was horrible from all aspects. I liked the acting, but the storyline, I think it was pretty much like extracting a reaction again, and I don't like such content from wherever direction it can come. Even if somebody comes out and starts cursing like Zeus and stuff, I won't agree with that. It's not productive to attack people like that, okay? So what I saw when I was like having these lectures with him, I noticed how he didn't want anybody to engage in discussions with him. He was keen to analyze his own theories, but if somebody tried to debunk him, he saw it as an attack to his persona, not like as a thoughtful, engaging like discussion. And I, as a Greek, this is how you do productive work with a speaker. You say something and they debunk you, or you debunk them. This is how the philosophers were working. And as a person who was so in love with my culture, I would expect him to be more open in discussions, and he wasn't. He was actually always trying to project this to me and say that I am doing it. For example, when I projected and I said that Jesus was not an issue because he was not a woman and he was a man, because he said that if Jesus was a woman, everything would be better for women. I said no, that's not his issue. People have abused his name, but he was a nice guy. He had female students. He first appeared to Mary Magdalene. The Virgin Mary is a woman. She's the most respected woman in Greece, because she was the woman who gave birth to the Savior. Okay. And instead of acknowledging that and going one step behind, he started speaking with that girl, I think her name was Savannah, I'm not quite sure, that Jesus was a man and he had to be a woman, and the church never respected women, and they were talking only about the Catholic Church, of course, not about the Orthodox Church, which is a different story, and we are the ancient church. It's not the Catholic Church. It was a combined church, and we are the first people to have church in the European continent, not the other people. That's history, that's not my head, and like whatever about Greece, you know me. And when I actually protested, he was like, thank you, Helga, for the disturbing interruption. And I was like, seriously, like you project what you are doing onto me, like that's crap. Oh, that's honestly crap. I didn't do anything like that, but he was always so disrespectful and like fishing for attention and reaction, like Aris of Velarde, and that's why I made the character. He's actually like exactly the same, like he's fishing for reaction, and that's why I was playing this game. But yeah, that's the tip for today. Hope you enjoyed the story, and yeah. Okay, so now that the game is over, I love you very much and hope you contact me. I always say that, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.